From beautiful Rich Harvest Farms in Sugar Grove, Illinois, GoTV presents your International Diamond Cup featured foursome.
And hello everybody, welcome to Rich Harvest Farms. We are thrilled to be here on this beautiful day. Dave Benson alongside Chris Walke, and we're anticipating some great and perhaps not so great golf here on the par 3 fifth. Chris, a tricky hole. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a short hole. It's 125 yards long. The green complex is very difficult. The green's very undulating. There's a wind factor involved, especially in the afternoon here, that wreaks havoc on picking the correct club and getting the yardage correct. There's also water short of the green, water left of the green. It's not too good to go very long either. The grass is kind of long back there, so if you do hit a good shot here, there's a slope to the right of the pin. If somebody can hit that slope there, it might trickle right back down the hole. Might see a hole in one today.
You know who might be able to do that is Jennifer Johnson. She's an up-and-comer on the women's circuit, and she is joining the group here today. She'll be hitting 17 tee shots at this green. So pretty good chance one of them might go in.
Yeah, Jennifer's a good player. I think if she picks the right club, it might go in.
She may put some pressure on the rest of the people in this field, however, because let's face it, these guys are not the greatest golfers. There are some decent golfers, but I was down on the practice range earlier, Chris, and some of these swings were nasty.
Yeah, we got a mixed bag of players. We got some good players. We got some higher handicappers. You know, what can you do? Work on a few grips, try to make it a little more solid. That's all we can do.
Bottom line, just try to keep your head down and hit the ball. It sounds so easy, but it never is. All right, time to meet our featured foursome. Dave Gerska, joined by Rob Henry from Navistar, Jeff Mannion, and James Jensen. And they are approaching the tee box right now. Let's get you down there, and we're joined by Jill Carlson.
All right, thanks, Dave. These guys are contenders, Jennifer. They came to the tee box. They seem ready. What do you think?
They do. They seem confident, and that's what you got to do to be in the lead.
And asking a lot of questions about what to do. Are you, still thinking swing thoughts on the final hole here?
Yes.
It's going that well for you, is it?
Yes. Don't stand over there.
He's kidding, right?
Total team effort today. Total team effort. So, no, one guy hasn't stood out, except the international guys or the Navistar guys.
You have to say that to keep your job, don't you?
Sure. Invited back.
He wants to come back.
He wants to come back and play again. All right, gentlemen, let's see what you got, because I know this is it's a tough one. It's a tough par 3, but one final tip for him, Jennifer?
Just get it near the hole.
No problem. No problem. Let's see if they can do it.
All right, thank you very much, Jill. So before the guys can get a crack at it, Jennifer Johnson will lead things off, and we've seen Jennifer come awfully close to rolling one in here as the day has progressed, Chris.
This is her last chance to see what she can do. She's come awfully close the last 5 shots.
I think she knows this is her last chance, too, because she was really lining it up.
This looks good here, too. Maybe a hair left. Hang on. Yeah, it wasn't a bad shot, though, just a touch long.
Yeah, and you know what? The wind kind of seemed to change direction there. She's been having to play the wind throughout the day. It's been tough to try and engage that wind. We'll see how well the rest of this foursome does. And the first to try and attempt it is Dave Gerska, a.k.a. KJ Choi. What's the story behind that?
He just swings like him. His little cut, so that's what we call him.
And that comes up short, and that's going to be down there in that bunker. And you wonder how tough that's going to be, because we haven't seen a lot of people get up and down from there today.
Plus there's a lot of sand in there. That ball was coming in pretty steep. That might have plugged.
Now here's Robert Henry from Navistar. He steps back as that wind picks up a little bit again.
Yeah, now it's blowing back into the face here. This could totally change the club selection and the yardage. Rob tends to get ahead of the ball coming down, get in front of it, hit it out to the right. That's what he did right there.
Well,
we haven't seen one that far to the right all day.
We have not. You are correct. The good news, though, is it's in the drop zone, and he's only there in one.
Yeah.
All right, next up on the tee box is James Jensen, and you know James' tendencies pretty well.
Yeah, he buys a new set of clubs every week, and the clubs aren't working this week. He just chunked that in the water.
Oh, got a little skip on the water there, but he's not getting that one back. He's going to have to drop, and looks like he'll be joining Robert Henry over there by the drop zone. And our final member of this quartet, Jeff Mannion. Interesting story. Jeff and Dave Gerska both came in from Youngstown, Ohio yesterday. They showed up to the airport for what they thought was a 9:30 a.m. flight. They were told it wasn't going to leave until 9:30 p.m., so they left the airport and actually went to a golf course in Youngstown to get in a practice round. And that paid some
Oh,
dividends.
This could be really good. Then if it could trickle down.
Get going
Go,
on
let
that
the wind
hill.
blow it.
Oh, man, right on top of that ridge, and that is not going to be an easy putt coming down. A great tee shot nonetheless, and we do actually have a re-tee coming up here. Jim Jensen is going to forego the drop zone, and he's going to try to tee it up one more time. And the last time we saw this done today, it actually worked to perfection. This looking like it's coming in.
It's turning in. If he's got the right club, this could be. This
Get
could
down that
come
ridge.
down. Go.
And another ball sits on top of that ridge, so that is going to be a tricky putt. Well, as the gentlemen make their way towards the green, let's get you to the fourth member of our broadcast crew. Earlier today, Tim Morris spoke with Navistar's Jack Allen.
Thank you very much, Dave. Talking to Jack Allen, president of the North American Truck Group. And Jack, this has been a special, special day, hasn't it?
Well, Rich Harvest is a one-of-a-time location for our guests to come. We had beautiful weather. People played well. People had a great time. And we're thrilled to be able to host our dealers and our customers again this year at another fine venue for a great event and relationship building and being able to thank our customers for their business.
What is it about a golf course where, you know, a lot of business gets done and a lot of camaraderie? It's just a special place to get together.
Well, it's very rare in the environment we live in today to be able to spend any real quality time with customers. So to get an opportunity to come out and have lunch and spend 5 hours on the golf course and have dinner is really unique. And the beauty of Rich Harvest is, you know, this is the kind of place that very few people get the opportunity to play. And that's what makes it so special.
I understood you made a wise decision today. You not play golf, you fished. Instead, you did well.
Well, I wanted to host and be able to go around and talk to all the customers. But then someone put a fishing pole in my golf cart, so we went fishing. And they have 3 or 4 real big stock lakes here and caught a few bass and had a great time.
No double bogeys.
No double bogeys, no.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
You bet. Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, Tim. And Rob Henry getting ready to hit from the drop zone after his tee shot went way right. And hey, this looks like a pretty good play, Chris.
And a lot of green to work with. If he can just get it over the top of the hill, it's going to come up short. He's going to have a tough putt from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Another 1.5 foot, and that thing would have gone right down towards the hole.
That is an animal print.
Was it fading when it was coming in there? Play it.
Dave Gerska trying to get a favorable ruling out of you and saying it's an animal print and he should get a free drop in the sand.
Yeah.
I've never seen that call before.
You know, the way I saw the ball coming in, it was coming left to right. He agreed with me, and that's the direction the ball's sitting in that hole. Good luck.
So what is the play here, Chris?
Play the ball back. It'll be in your stance. Toe the club in, so you use more of the leading edge of the club. And make sure you hit behind the ball, not on top of the ball.
Well, at least this is a more favorable lie, if there is such a thing in the sand trap.
It's actually a very easy shot now from there. Open the face up, slide it up underneath, nice and soft. I think everybody's having a lot of problems out of those bunkers. There's so much sand in there. Club's just getting stuck into the ground.
Well, he's going to try to chip on here now and see if he can get it close. If he were to hole out, it would be for a bogey. So he's going to have a very makeable double bogey attempt, but certainly not what he was hoping for on this hole.
He's a very good player. Should do a lot better on this hole.
Meantime, Robert Henry getting a read from his caddy, and this is one tricky putt.
Yeah, it's very tricky. You got to play it up high enough and get the right speed. Haven't seen too many people hit it high above the hole today.
Looks like good speed. If
Speed
it could
looks
be
good.
The right read.
It's the right read. The first one we see all day.
Oof. That's a nice run at it. That's as good an effort as we've seen.
That was a great putt.
Now while those guys look those over, let's send it over to Tim Morris, who has some other action from today.
Thank you very much, Dave. Well, the Diamond Cup, as always, a mixed bag. Some good and some bad. Let's start with Jeff Banyan. This, not one of his brighter moments, a little bit of a top on the 7th hole. But Mike Lahr, how about a bright moment? Look at this approach shot. He sticks it from about 150 yards out to about 5 feet, and he would make the birdie. Mike, very happy with that. You look like you knew what you were doing.
No, actually, I'm glad I had the caddy there, but we both were at it right outside edge and turned right in like we thought.
And Phil Werman on the 4th hole of the Gold Course. Watch this putt. Downhill, This is tricky and it falls. Nice job. So a little bit surprising, a very difficult golf course, but a lot of good shots. And I know you guys have seen some good shots on that featured par 3 hole too. So I'll throw it back out to you.
All right, thank you, Tim. Meantime, Jeff Mannion, this is a birdie attempt, but again, a heck of a tough putt. Do you think he could learn anything at all from what Robert Henry did?
He might, but he's just got to get the speed right here. That's the key. Everybody all day's hit it too hard.
And he is definitely aiming way up that ridge.
He's got the break right. See if he can get the right speed.
I don't know if he hit it enough.
No, that's plenty. That might go in.
Yeah, I thought maybe a little bit more up that ridge he might have needed.
That was a good putt, though.
But that was a good effort, and he'll have that left for a par. Now Jim Jensen discussing his putt. This is going to be, again, for a bogey after having to re-hit his tee shot. And again, this is awfully tricky. This green just unforgiving, Chris.
Oh, definitely. It's a very tough green. This could be so fast coming down there, and he's worried an awful lot about the break. I'd worry more about the speed.
Yeah, because if he hits it a little bit too fat, it could go well off the green.
Yeah. I'm not sure you can keep it above the hole.
Yeah, it might be in or off.
That's right.
At the end of a long day here at Rich Harvest Farms.
No, a good tip on this one is to hit that ball off the toe of the putter. It kind of deadens the strike.
Well, let's see what it does.
Pretty good there. Still going to catch the speed. If he makes it, just no way to hit any. Get the right speed on that from that spot.
Yeah, just off the line by about an inch. If he had been able to hit that in, and you hear him say in the background it was about as good as he could do, and he's right.
It's either got to go in or it's going to be 10 feet by the hole.
And now he's got to come back this other way for the double bogey. The good news is for the other two golfers still to putt from this location, they could get a little bit of a read off this putt, although the 2 putts remaining after Jansen finishes out don't appear to be that tricky.
No, they're kind of straight up the hill. Just make sure you get the right speed. Most people come up short on this putt today.
That's for a double bogey.
Ooh,
oh, look at that
solid
putt. Fantastic, right into the bottom of the cup. And after hitting an errant tee shot, got to be somewhat pleased with that.
That's a pretty good 5 since he re-teed that thing and hit that tough tee shot again.
And had that tough putt, absolutely. As good of a 5 as you could hope for. And now here's Mannion to try and finish off a par on this hole.
Now this putt should be pretty much straight up the hill. Again, just got to get the right speed, make sure you get it there.
Straight at it. Oh, just misses it right. Frustrating bogey for Mannion for sure.
Hit a great tee shot in there. Too bad he 3-putted to finish off the day.
And now here's Henry with a chance to try and finish off his bogey.
From where he hit his tee shot, this would be a great 4.
He does indeed card the bogey. And finally, to round things out, Gerska, who ended up in the sand. And
yeah, this will be a very disappointing hole for him. Hopefully he can knock this one in right center. Keep your head down. Good putt.
He does finish by the good putt, but the rest of the hole was a mess for Gerska. But a good round all the way around by this foursome.